Folks, I'm here in line at the Louisville Arcade Expo. It's the first video game expo I've been to in literally months. I feel like I'm coming out of hibernation. The goal for today is very simple. It is to spend as much money and buy as much inventory as we possibly can. It has been way too long, folks. Folks, it feels like coming home, doesn't it? And this, speaking of home, is my home right in here. Back there was the arcade room, but over here are the vendor booths. Austin, what's going on, man?
Pretty good. Yourself?
It's been too long.
All right.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's your name?
I'm Alan, man. Phoenix Resale.
Hey, good to meet you. Appreciate you watching.
All the time.
Thanks so much. What are you hunting for?
I was actually looking for a few little Saturn games.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Saturn and the rest of this cool stuff.
Yeah, those are tough to come by.
Oh, yeah, right. You know that.
Yeah, I wish you luck with it. All right, folks, this is our moment. See what we can find here. It's a little expensive on Wave Race, but ooh, yeah, lots of N64. I guess we can definitely find something in here. Okay, I know we're buying these. I'll have to double check prices on a decent number here. A lot of these mid-range sports games actually do pretty decent for us on Amazon, so that's definitely something I'm willing to put in the pile. I just can't remember what our prices are on a lot of these that we have to be at. Also looking for pretty decent condition if we can find it, because that limits the amount of elbow grease that we have to put in on the back end. This is actually something we can pay pretty well for. Ooh, Crash is one that I know we buy. This is an example of what I'm looking at here. So we're paying $8 for these through Quick Flips. Looks like we got a little bit of disc wear there, but it's priced at $8, and I would guess we can get a little bit of a discount. Since we're hopefully buying this whole stack, we'll see. Just doing a little price research here, though. Looks like these Glovers are $15 and we're only paying $12, so I'll go ahead and leave those. We'll probably end up leaving a few more of these. All right, this is what the current stack is looking like. I was looking through all this cartridge stuff and didn't find anything too interesting. Tetris was a little bit high at either $10 or $15, not really sure which, but then I spotted a couple really cool things on this table, on a table. This table right here, check that out, it's mega table. Look at this. Is this Japanese? I don't know what it is. Mario 64 N64 case. I don't know, I can't remember ever seeing one of those. And then I saw this stack of Guitar Hero games, which they don't have prices, so I do wonder if he's just trying to sell it with the guitar up there. Really great condition on that. If that's the case, I think I would pass. This one's sealed. People will message us about sealed games pretty often because we used to buy them a lot. We don't buy them as much anymore because on a lot of them, Amazon prices have kind of tanked in recent years. But like, I know Van Halen is one we buy 3, we buy Metallica. So I'm interested to see. I'm going to have to ask if he's interested in selling those. I would guess he probably isn't. Another thing that I'm spotting, and this could be a little tip for you convention hunters, is these bins down here are not empty. In fact, they're very full of different kinds of games. And I'm wondering if like maybe he just didn't have the space to get them all out there. I'm going to have to ask him about that in addition to the prices on this stack. If he says that those games are for sale, I might make him an offer on these that's pretty close to sticker value. In an attempt to hopefully, lubricate things, lubricate the relationship. Don't know if I actually, maybe there's a better way to say that, before potentially digging into these games. But of course, want to respect it if those games, maybe they're things that he's bought this weekend already. I don't know. Doors just opened, but all kinds of crazy stuff happens before those doors open at shows. The main thrust of this booth is actually arcade stuff, like these glass displays. I don't know what these are actually called. It feels like they're actually plastic. And then records. This is something that you probably will never see me do again, but I may actually pick up this one right here. I have no idea what I'm looking for in terms of condition here, but we are developing a little bit of a record collection, Erica and I are, and obviously Pink Floyd, one of the most iconic ones, maybe of all time. You music people, let me know. I'm exposing my ignorance here. Alrighty, I did. I found some stuff. You can double count me, but I believe it came out to $155 for everything. Was wondering if I buy the whole stack, would you work any discount for me?
Can you, he should be here, but I need to message him.
Okay.
I don't know if you can check back in 10 minutes.
That's all right. I also was wondering, I saw some games in the bins down there. Are those for sale as well, or is that something else?
They are for sale.
Okay.
They're probably not priced.
Okay.
Some of them.
Sure. So you'd have to look them up and stuff?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, if you don't want me going through them, I don't have to. I was just
No,
curious.
There's actually 2 bins that are a lot of complete in box stuff. I don't know if you
Okay.
like that stuff.
I don't
If you
buy
like the
as
loose.
much of that. It's more the like loose and you know
Okay.
kind of common.
Yeah, I think that one bin you were going to is that
That would be a
one
good
down
bin for
there,
you to
right?
go through.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool. Well, you don't mind if I take a look while he's coming back?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll go get it and bring it over here where it's nobody else.
Appreciate that.
And also,
One thing that I want to do a little bit later is ask some of the vendors here some questions to kind of get a feel for the market and other people with different business models, but it's been a good day already. All right, appreciate that.
Yeah, nothing in here is price.
Yeah, I
I know
mean,
you know what
it looks like
the
some,
values are on these. So.
totally. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff that we pay for pretty well for on here.
Oh, I know you do.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I do.
Made many good deals already today so far?
well, Eric Beeson came by. You know Eric, don't you?
Yeah, does he own a store
Store up
in
Yeah.
Ohio? Yeah. I'll pay 21.
Really? For
Yeah,
this one?
that's actually what our price is, yeah. We were at 19, but this month it just went up to 21. It's crazy how popular Wii Sports is. It's one of our best selling games all day.
It's because everybody and their grandma played that game.
That's exactly true. It's one of the most accessible games I think ever. Like, I don't know a single person who's played Wii Sports and not loved it.
Right.
So folks, one really cool thing I'm seeing in this bin is like, I love these cases, these like clamshell style cases. Oh, that's so cool. Unfortunately, like the increase in value probably would, oh wow, especially with the manual, probably would not make it worth it for us because like just selling on Amazon, this thing doesn't add any more value. But boy, for a collector on a shelf, that's gorgeous. The Yoshi story, like I would love to have just a full shelf of these. I feel like that's definitely worth the extra effort and investment, especially given how poorly N64 games display. Like they're notorious for that. I'd honestly, I think I may need to invest in some of these. Got a few random sealed Switch games in here. That's unexpected. Okay, yeah, mostly complete games. Maybe a couple, yeah, Game Boy and GBAs in here. So definitely some heavy hitters in this box, but we're primarily interested in either like complete disc games or nice condition loose cartridges. That's really our bread and butter. So we'll see. I would guess, I mean, his prices have been pretty fair. I wouldn't be surprised if we're able to come to a deal on a good number of, you know, I already had a Mario Kart in my stack over there. Zelda, I want to say we pay like $30 for, so I think we'll work something out. All right, these were the ones that I plucked out of there. You're welcome to do whatever research or anything you want.
Yeah, and I have nothing memorized. So.
Okay,
I mean, I'd probably take $10 off of all that.
$10 off. Let's see. I'll tell you what. Would you go 15 on that to make it kind of 10% almost? And that would put it at 140 for the stack.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah,
I've
so
read already what these kind of sell
yeah,
for,
this
and I'll
one-
try to get under it, you know.
this one goes for around 30. This one usually 40 to low 40s, I would say. This one about 25.
Okay.
Sonic Gems. This one I was a little farther off on, but this is normally in the 40 range complete. And then,
Is that one complete too?
yes, it is. And then this Eternal Darkness, I want to say, is usually in the like 85 to 90 range. So that one, I'd be at like 75. I don't know if that's close enough for you.
Okay, so 75.
Yep.
And what would you pay on that one?
That one, we can just do it sticker at 45 if you want.
So that's 150, 120? Did you say 75 or 70?
75, yeah.
So it'd be 120.
And then these ones, if you just wanted to do like $5 off market value, that would work for me. So that would end up being like 35, 25, and 20.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, folks, I'll tell you what, booth number 1 was a huge success. Don't know how much success we're going to have at the rest of the show. I think we'll definitely buy stuff, but that might be our biggest purchase. Came away with like 9 cartridges and 4 disc games and a Pink Floyd record. Back here you can see another very crowded booth is my friend Tim, which we did a video with recently. I can't remember if it's come out or not, but I say we go check in on that guy. All right, folks, here we are with Tim again. And you said you fixed up some of the stuff that we gave you?
I replaced the screen on the Game Boy.
Replaced the screen.
I swapped out the shell for the silver Game Boy SP.
Uh-huh.
And I fixed the thumb C-stick on that.
Okay, yeah, this
And
one had like a
replaced the
chewed up stick.
And replaced the screen on the Game Boy Advance.
Nice. So yeah, folks, we recently did a bulk deal with him. That all of those consoles were in slightly rough shape, and now here they are, ready for sale. This is buy low, sell fast in action, folks. I love to see it. Hey, have you made any good sales so far today?
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome.
Okay, what's been like your top sellers? Like any surprises?
Honestly, a lot of systems have been flying off the shelf.
Systems?
Which I was really surprised by.
Which you literally have shelves and shelves of. That's awesome to see. And handhelds here.
The bins are full of consoles as well.
All these down here?
I literally have like 10 of each right now.
Holy cow.
It's
So
insane.
how many consoles would you say you've sold in the last, what, hour?
Like 6.
Dang.
I know, yeah. It's crazy.
That's awesome, man. Well, man, I wish you a ton of continued sales. We'll have to maybe check up on you later as well.
Of NES I made.
Holy cow. Yeah, I'll have to double check. There might be a game or two that we can pick up from you here. We'll see. He sent us a huge batch of stuff not too long ago. But I see you have some maybe some Tetrises in here. Maybe not. I'll see if I can find some. All right, so folks, here with my reseller friend from Louisville, Sean. You may recognize him from a video way long ago. We were trying to find the same games at Walmart and giving each other the side eye. But you just bought this Pokemon Emerald version. You were saying, what'd you pay for it?
I got it for $20.
$20. And what does it go for on Amazon?
It's at $116 right now.
$116. That's an insane flip. Now, granted, condition maybe a little suspect, could be a little bit dangerous, maybe
a little bit better. Yeah, for sure.
I'm telling you, like I walked right by this thing, and granted, I probably even if it was in good shape, I would have walked by it. He's got the eye. He's flipping on Amazon, making money, dude. I love to see it.
Of course,
inspiring stuff.
This man has taught me a lot of stuff, even though we haven't talked like a lot. But
we need
the videos,
to.
For sure, do it, dude.
I love networking with other local resellers. I think a lot of folks out there would stay in the side-eye zone of like, ooh, I don't like that guy. He's going for the same stuff as I am. But folks, I'm telling you, it's way better just learn from each other, connect, and maybe there are some deals to be done in the future. We'll see.
Opportunities everywhere, even at Walmart.
I'd love to see it, man. And folks, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. $6 for Tetris. Really nice shape. Absolutely the kind of condition that I'm looking for. And look at what we're paying for it on Quick Flips. $13, which is not only great news for me because I know that I'll be able to get more than that when I sell it, but it also, like, this is what I'm on about opportunity is everywhere. Like, this would be such a quick $7 profit flip for anybody else who is at this convention and using one-up, just looking for buy low, sell fast. That's why I'm so bullish on it. I'll shut up about it now. But the other thing that I was noticing in this case was this Pokemon Red version. I mean, that is freaking clean. Saves for $60 as long as that's authentic, and I'm pretty sure it is. I'd be pretty close on that. Oh, here we go, folks. Yeah, condition looks really good on that. You can see that little 22 there is a big thing that I look for, that indentation. And also just the overall quality, the weight is a big thing. Make sure there's no discoloration or anything, unexpected wear. Holy cow, these are both so clean, and I'm almost sure they are authentic. I will have to ask them because this one says that it has a good save battery, the other one doesn't. But if they both do, I would be at probably like 55 and probably 52 on these. Tim, do you know if this blue one saves?
I can test it for you.
Okay, that'd be great. Appreciate it. Is this backlit too? That's a beautiful screen.
There we go.
Nice.
Let's see. What we want to test is if it saves.
Does it have a save file? Gosh, that puke green was so bad.
It does.
Hey, that's what we love to see.
Let's see who they chose. Charmander. All right.
That's a beautiful sight. Okay, so the actual question, you didn't have a price sticker on it. What were you looking for?
Same as red.
Same as red, 60?
Correct.
Okay, here's my question. If I bought them both, would you do 52 and 55?
Sure.
Let's go, man. Making it easy on me.
There you go.
Love it. Exact change, man.
All right.
Making it easy on you. Appreciate it. That is the best thing I've seen all day. Wow. Folks, just found another huge booth over here. Cardinal Gaming has everything from like Gundams to a ton of plushes over there. We have a Switch section here. Love to see just like the overall variety. And I was taking a look at their N64 section down here because this is something that we just buy a ton of. And seeing, I would say most of these, like we're pretty dang close on Mario 64. Like we normally pay, I think 42 on that, but after tax, it's just kind of like Donkey Kong 64. I think we pay, I don't know, maybe like 28 or something for. So we're close on a lot of these. The pricing I wouldn't say here is like the most competitive, but that's probably by design. I would guess these are a lot of games that they have trouble keeping in stock. I did also want to say, as I'm looking at these, that the business model that we're using right now is very unique. If you're someone who's just like getting into video game flipping, I would not necessarily recommend primarily trying to buy at conventions. You can definitely find an item here, an item there, if you're really knowledgeable, that is super underpriced. But in general, what I'm looking for is the stuff that I know specifically sells really well for us at above market prices on Amazon. And because we've been doing it for a long time, and because, you know, for example, on Zelda DX, we've probably sold, I don't know, like 20 copies of this, and we know exactly the money that we're going to get for it on Amazon, exactly the margins, so we can squeeze our margins further than I would recommend a beginner seller doing. So definitely take what's useful to you from videos like this, but don't assume that this model is necessarily the best to start with. I started primarily with yard sales and pawn shops and trying to find stuff really underpriced, and gradually worked my way into a smaller and smaller niche of video game reselling, which is generally the path that I recommend for everybody, regardless of your resale niche. And this is actually interesting. I don't remember this part of the convention floor that actually has behind here, a lot of, their arcades and pinball machines and stuff like that. I don't remember this corner actually having a whole lot of video games or inventory, so I'm gonna check this out next. Definitely an interesting little smattering here at this booth. Looks like mostly lower dollar stuff. I do see a good amount of, these are all, holy cow, all these Atari games, $4 a piece. What do we have here? Yeah, the super low dollar stuff doesn't really fit with our model because of how much we have to pay in fees on Amazon. It can be a really solid model, I've heard, either if you sell at conventions like these where you don't have to pay anything in fees except for what you pay for the booth up front. Having the $3, the $5, the $8 games can be a really good model, because that's what a lot of people come here looking for if you're just kind of a casual gamer looking to get back into retro stuff. The other model that I've heard can do really well with lower dollar stuff is flea market booths, because you also have that more thrifty crowd that might just be looking to dip their toes in rather than necessarily like hardcore collectors. But let's go into this cage over here, this video game cage, see what we can find on these shelves. Can see some guides over here right off the bat. Holy cow, a $50 Sun and Moon guide? That's crazy. This brings me back. Is this Prima? I used to have, this brings me back to, I used to have a regular Ruby and Sapphire guide that I would just spend hours looking through, like planning out my entire team and play through before I even like started my save file. Looks like, let's see, Arkham Origins, that's one that I paid even more for this earlier. I think I probably would be down for that at 20 bucks. Let's see, anything else here? Free Riders. I don't think that we buy this one, but I don't know, I may have to look that up. What else? Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit is one that does really solid for any of you Amazon sellers. 30 bucks is, I think, a little bit high. Then we have a whole bunch of super pretty Nintendo Powers up here. I'm working on my Nintendo Power collection right now. And we got, looks like mostly lower range PS2 stuff. So I have not played a lot of farming sims, but is it true that Stardew Valley is honestly kind of the gold standard? That was the first farming sim that I really ever played or started with, and I absolutely loved it. I've heard from a couple people that once you've played it, you don't really need to play a lot of other ones, but let me know if I'm off base on that. Zach back there from Cardinal Games, they have a local game and card store here in Louisville, was telling me something really interesting, that coming to a convention and setting up, the inventory he sells is almost in a way opposite to their physical store. Because in the physical store, people are interested in a lot of modern stuff, right? The PS5, Xbox One, you know, Switch, etc. But here it's a much more retro heavy crowd. So they sell, he was actually saying, I don't even know why I brought PS5 games. Because nobody here, like, because I think largely because it's a arcade and pinball expo, very nostalgia based, that stuff just sells way more. Those are the kind of little insights I'm always fascinated to learn as much as I can. And when I come here and have access to so many vendors, a lot of whom who have been doing this and in this industry for just way longer than I've been. Don't miss opportunities when you guys come out to physical events like this if you get the chance. And check this out, folks. I'm back here at this first booth that I was at earlier today. Found this $8 Rumble Pack. This is another thing that I should have picked up the first time. I just didn't see it because look at what we're paying. $16. This is gonna end up being like, I don't know, a solid like at least $12 profit for us. So really good find on that. Also, I think just this last month we started buying original Xbox games, and this is definitely on our list. I'm pretty sure we might pay, I don't know, 6 or 8, something like that. Yeah, see, this is another really solid one if you're selling on Amazon. 20 bucks after fees, it looks like, and yeah, we're paying 12 for it. So either way, this is a really solid. Whether you want to like flip it super quick, whether you want to wait a little bit longer and sell it on Amazon, there may even be opportunity on this one to get at least like 10 bucks after fees or so on eBay. I haven't checked that price, but I'm telling you folks, opportunity is everywhere. And this is something that I like to do somewhat regularly when I am out at the conventions, when I'm running out of booths to go to, is just stop back by some of the ones that I had the most success at, because oftentimes when I'm looking at something for the second time, I'll catch something that I didn't the first time, and you know, these two items are a great example. Well, folks, ended up spending maybe $500-600 or so today in total. Not a bad haul by any means. Definitely not the, you know, multiple thousands that I was hoping to spend or that I spent last year, but it did get me thinking, like, ultimately, I used to think in resale, and I might dedicate an entire video to this later this week because I think it's just such an important point for us resellers. I used to think that like the goal ultimately is to get to some like dollar amount, right? Like retirement money, right? Like work is optional kind of money in the business. And then like, you know, I will have achieved my goal in reselling. Reality is where I am at this point is like, I really like my life, you know, like I love this lifestyle. I love getting to make cool videos, meeting cool people, and like selling cool things online. Like I freaking love this. And to me, like just being able to do this career another day, like ultimately that's the win, right? Like this bag, literally and metaphorically, this bag is the win for today. And I'm just grateful to be in the game another day. We'll talk about that a little bit more later, but catch you guys on the flip.